Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block.
Hey babes, you all are watching Ask Jen on the Uprising Network. I'm your host and your most honest homegirl, Jen. Happy 313 Day. I had to show love to the city that has always held me down, so I'm coming with a very special episode made just for today with a very, very special guest. I could say he has the most important rap legacy in all of Detroit. Detroit is a city of hustlers, and my next guest is no different. Unable to escape comparisons to his father, he entered the music industry at age 15 and hasn't stopped since. Now an established artist, actor, and entrepreneur, he is entering a new industry, philanthropy. Welcome to Ask Jen, Darnell Lindsay Jr., aka Lil Blade. Welcome to the couch.
That probably was the best intro I ever received.
Oh, don't say that.
What's up with you?
I cannot lie, like, I'm low-key, like, stunned. You look just like your daddy, and I know you hear that all the time.
Thank you. I do. I probably heard it 12 times last night.
12 times? Where you go last night?
I went to a network.
Oh, yeah, you heard it all the time, yeah. Oh, I saw a networking that night. They got their Spirit of Detroit award. That was cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, you said at first when you were younger, you wasn't really a fan of the comparisons. Like, why not? And has that changed at all?
I mean, I think I just wasn't, I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know how big this whole thing was because I was a kid, you know, so I didn't used to like being called Lil Blade, but I just kind of embraced it. And as I got older, you know, it just came with my life for real. So I just became my own person in what I was carrying on with it. So it just came with my life, kind of.
Let's talk about the name Blade Icewood. Do you know how your dad got that nickname?
I have not the slightest clue.
Wow, that is crazy. Call your
Icewood,
mama right now.
She probably don't even know.
How did he get Icewood?
I mean, from the Ice Cardies, Icewoods.
Get the Blade Icewood, but you don't know how your dad started getting called Blade. It's okay. You ain't got to make it up. We don't lie on this show.
Nah, I probably do know the story. I probably just can't think about it right now. I got to call somebody and ask. I don't know where the Blade came from, but Icewood came from
the Iced Out Woods. That's cold.
Yeah, that's a hard name for sure.
You were young when he passed away, but do you remember like anything about your dad for real?
Yeah, I remember little things, not nothing major.
Do you have any like memory that you are okay with sharing?
I remember one time we was in the front yard and he was doing like backflips. So that was it.
Blade Icewood was an acrobat. That man could do a backflip.
I mean, he played sports and was athletic.
I feel like the backflip is pretty iconic. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's out cold.
But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of memories too that I can look at and go back and watch and look at pictures and stuff. So I mean, it's kind of like I know everything, kind of.
I feel it. It's like I was there, but I wasn't really there. That makes sense.
For sure.
Besides looking like him, does anyone tell you that you have other traits that your father had?
They say we act exactly like. I'm probably just a little more calm than he was.
Okay.
But yeah.
You an Aries, so like you stubborn?
I just had a conversation with somebody about this last night. Why y'all getting in my business? I mean, yeah, I feel like I can be.
Well, you said like I act just like him, but I'm a little more calm.
I stand on business.
You stand on business as you should. You was the child of Blade Icewood. You should stand on heavy business. After Berry Gordy, I feel like Blade Icewood might have the most respected music legacy in all of Detroit. I can say that for sure. What do you think makes people hold him in such high regard? Like, what about your dad make people like stamp him as hard as they do?
I feel like because, I mean, if you listen to his music now, it sounds like it was made yesterday. It sounds better than a lot of music that's being put out today. And then just being an overall good person. Like, I've never heard anything bad about my dad.
That's
like,
amazing.
Ever. Like, you know, when you hear about certain people, they always got some type of story about this and that, this person ain't. Like, it was like, I just heard he just was a great person, you know. So I think that's what it is. Like, you know, when people seen him, it was all love and it was deeper than music. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if he probably never made a song, he probably would have still.
His legacy would still be strong.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that's what it is. It's just a natural aura and about a person.
I love that.
Yeah. And versatile.
Hey.
Can go in any room and still be, and talk to this person and go talk to that person. And, you feel me?
I feel like that's so powerful. Like I just think that's a thing about Detroiters for sure. Like we just have aura. We go into any room, we can fit in, we can take over.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good to know your dad was a pioneer.
Oh,
So this is Ask Jen. Everybody on my show play a game. I don't know if you know, but you say you stand on business. I play games.
Oh Lord.
We gonna do a good old game of this or that. Okay, we're gonna keep it super clean.
Okay.
All right. So Fago edition, 60-40 or red pop?
I really don't drink pop like
Good.
that. I don't just say red pop.
You gonna say red pop?
Yeah.
You don't drink no Fagos like at all ever?
No.
Too healthy for me. Wow, love a
Like,
responsible.
I mean, if it's like if I'm at like a cookout and they just I grab one.
But it ain't like this one is my favorite.
What's the grape one? The purple one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mess with grape.
The grape beef so fire. And I don't like grape flavored things because they taste like so fake grape. But it's something about grape Fago that just
Grape
hit
be cool.
different.
I just don't like how it make my mouth purple for us.
Forever.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 60-40 girl. Like, I knock somebody my mouth away for a 60-40.
Oh, damn.
They so strong. Okay, Better Made edition. Barbecue, the orange bag, or the hot, the red bag?
Probably barbecue.
Okay, you like the regular barbecue. I love the hot. They don't make them as
I don't
saucy
like
no
hot
more.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting. I love if it ain't good, it ain't spicy.
I don't like spicy food.
That's interesting. Regular barbecue. Low key, Better Made. If y'all see this, the bags is not as saucy as they used to be. I don't know what's going on in that factory, but y'all are having quality control issues that need to be addressed ASAP.
I'm screaming.
Who got the better food spots, the east side or the west side?
I mean, I really don't be eating on the east side like that to really comment on it.
Okay.
So I don't want to
Okay.
standard, but
So west side, bet. Okay.
I think Detroit just got great food overall.
I think Detroit has good food.
Because when I go out of town and eat, I be like, man, the only thing I wish I was at home to do was eat. Restaurants don't be good past 12 o'clock. Like, in Detroit, you can get a great meal at like 4 in the morning.
Okay. The thing is, I say that to people all the time. I feel like when I go out of town, like, yes, there are restaurants that are good, but I feel like in Detroit, you can't eat good anywhere. Like, I feel like if you around, you could stop at a random spot and the food would be decent. I feel like you can't do that everywhere.
No, for sure.
If you had to pick one thing to love, music or acting?
Acting.
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 Acting,
for sure.
flat out. We're going to talk about the music industry in a little bit. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Okay, pick one Blade song. Ride on Me or Boy Would You?
Boy, would you?
Boy Would You. Iconic. We love it.
Yeah, boy, would you for sure.
That's the one. So your father's legacy is so deeply ingrained in the fabric of the city. What do you love about Detroit and Detroit culture specifically?
I mean, I just feel like you could be anywhere and can tell somebody from Detroit. You know, it's like it's our own little world, and when you leave, it like don't exist. But when you hear,
It's everything.
When you hear, it's everything. But
I feel like you can't. It is very, very hard to describe Detroit to people who aren't from
yeah,
here.
it's like
you gotta come
you
here.
just gotta come there. But even when you come here, you probably still ain't gonna understand it. So
You're still not gonna understand it, and you can't low key. I hate to tell people this because as much as I love downtown, you can't do all that downtown stuff. You need to know somebody.
Oh yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Downtown now, they got it. It depends on what area you go to downtown. Like I was downtown not too long ago. I'm like, man, they really fixed downtown up. Like people used to be scared to come downtown.
People used to be scared to go downtown. Do you know what I always say, like, to age myself about downtown? I remember when you could go downtown and park wherever you wanted. The idea of a ticket never crossed your mind. Like, I used to go to the club and park in the front in a handicap spot, and my car would never get towed.
Yeah, you gonna be with the repo.
Honey, ain't even know they're gonna repo it. They're gonna put it in a lot. They're gonna charge you a ticket. You might not even get your car back. It's real different.
You gonna be at the car lot. You do that. All you gonna hear is beep, 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 beep.
You ain't even gonna hear it. So, like, the Detroit culture is like ingrained in our sports too. Have you heard about Cade Cunningham being called Cade Icewood by the fans?
Yeah, I have.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
I mean, it's dope.
I think it's dope. That's
like
pretty cool.
I just like when they, just incorporate it in anything because it's a blessing for it to still be floating around.
After all this time, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. I'd be happy to hear stuff like that though, for sure.
So I know you was happy to see about the Lions. I feel like the Blade dance is like having a resurgence. With the Lions going so far this year, we have seen the Blade dance which was once a local thing, literally all over. Players from Detroit and not from Detroit are doing it to like stunt on us. People who are from Detroit are doing it to rep the city, even if they play for other teams.
Right.
Do you know the origin of the dance, like where it came from?
The dance,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who created. I mean, I believe my dad created the dance, but the term "boy with you" actually came from like Pontiac.
Really?
Yeah, because my dad, he used to have some Pontiac homeboys. Because if you go to the song, is my dad, G Rock, and AG on the song. AG is from Pontiac. So,
Interesting.
and it's a original version of the song they did before the one that blew up. And it's full with a bunch of Pontiac niggas on there.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, and this is actually behind the scenes thing when they were shooting the video. I'm gonna show it to you. When
I want to see it.
But he like, yeah, he talking like, yeah, this came from my man up there in Pontiac, and we just made it bigger and made it Detroit version.
That's crazy.
So the term "boy with you"
came
came from his Pontiac homeboys, and he just took it and blew it up. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what's interesting? Like when you talk about that, I even think about like Flint and like they rapping scene and how people like kind of like combine it with Detroit, even though it's something completely different. And I feel like when people try to claim Flint rappers as like Detroit rappers are very clearly like, no, like this is their stuff, like this is their flow, this is how they do it.
This they style.
So it's good to know like this has been happening literally for decades.
Yeah, it just ain't know for sure. But you know, we all move as one. That's what I like though.
We all move as one. Oh, I love Michigan. So I feel like people don't always do it right. If you was to do a step-by-step tutorial for the Blade dance, can you break it down for me like right now?
Like in words?
Just like what step by step. Like you know how you do the Tamia Hustle and you be like step right, step left. Like if you was to do the Blade dance.
I be getting confused. It'd be
that speed.
But I mean just this and a lot of people where they mess up with, they be doing like you gotta move your whole body. Like you got
I feel like people miss the shakedown. People just be,
like you gotta stand on business at the bottom.
Okay, it's about the follow through. I like that. Good to know. You just improved my Blade dance for sure.
You gotta like people be doing the plan. You down there gotta flex your muscles like
to keep your arms still flat out. You heard it. You seen it here live. If your Blade dance not looking like this one, it's not official.
It is official. I'm just happy y'all doing it.
Everybody grace. You said, shoot, I'm just happy people still doing it.
I'm just happy they doing it, man.
I love that.
In all honesty.
All right. Your dad famously said, I ain't gonna front, I stayed in Southfield. That's not the burbs, dummy. That's West Bloomfield. How do you feel about people from the suburbs or transplants from other people who live in the city claiming Detroit?
It depends, dog. It depends. Cause like me, I grew up from the suburbs, but I was in Detroit all the time though. So
it depends on like your story.
Yeah, depending on your story. Now if you were just a square out there in West Bloomfield your whole life and you just grew up one day and you wanna go to Love and Tequila every night, you're not from Detroit, dog. You know what I'm saying?
You're not from Detroit. I don't care how you fake it.
Like man, I lived in the suburbs from a kid, but I hustled in the city. Everybody in the city know me. I didn't make money in the city doing things I was supposed to do and wasn't supposed to do. You feel me? I come from where I come from. I used to leave. How I recorded my first mixtape, I was 17 years old, 11th grade. I used to leave school at lunchtime.
What? Yeah. Mind you, he went to school in Ward Lake. Yeah, that's like, I want to say, a good 30 minutes outside the city.
I skipped school. I used to skip school down there every day. Like at lunch, I just leave and go. The studio I went to was on 7 Mile and Gilchrist and go straight there when I left from school. And then, yeah.
Did your mama ever find out?
I mean, eventually when I start. Oh my gosh. But it's like I grew up so fast. It's like always, like I had my homeboys that was my age, but I hung out around a lot of like older people at the time. So it really was like.
They should have told you keep your butt in school.
I mean, I turned out pretty good though. I graduated.
As you should have.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as the people from the birds claiming the city, I mean, it just depends on your story and how you operate. But if you was just a square from out the way and you just want to ride down in the hood one day and take pictures, you ain't from the way.
You ain't from the way.
Yeah.
So I have a question. I know, like you just said, you grew up in the suburbs, and you really didn't know like the cultural impact of your dad until like you started playing football in the city, and you said like somebody came up to you and said, "Lil Blade."
Yeah, my man Shelton, dog. My daddy home away and went to the same barber. Yeah, that's how that went.
Do you think your like separation from the culture per se was like intentional, or was it like safety from your mom?
I mean, I think it was safety because, you know, a lot went on with my family during the time, so I think they was trying to keep me clear of it and just, you know, keep me on the right path, you know, which I'm happy they did because, you know, I grew up and now I'm so balanced. I can, like I said, I can go in any room and talk to anybody, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no knucklehead out here, but I can have a conversation with a knucklehead, though.
Mm-hmm.
I can have a conversation with $1 million entrepreneur. I can go have a conversation with somebody who work at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really was a blessing. I'm happy it was like that, you know.
I really feel like they did a good job.
And
Like,
then, like, I'm level-headed because if I would have grew up,
honey,
they putting it on me like, pause, not like that. They putting it on me like
the
you,
pressure, yeah.
like you just this, you that. I would have been running around thinking I'm something that I'm not. Like my head ain't in the clouds. Like I ain't arrogant. If they would have drilled that in my head from early, I probably would have been. Man,
Turned out completely different.
I'm such and such. That shit,
we don't need none of that.
That shit weak as hell. But yeah, it was a blessing. I'm happy I grew up the way I did.
You seem to value safety and protecting your father's legacy. I've seen his name and face on everything from t-shirts to candle. I've seen all types of things named Blade, Icewood, there's some type of play on the name, what have you. How do you feel about the business side of it all? We see families like Marvin Gaye suing anybody who do anything with that legacy. How do you feel about Detroiters using your dad's name to really hustle?
I mean, if I ain't doing that, I don't think you should be doing it.
Hey, flat out.
I mean, I ain't no hater, but it's come to a point where we're like, come on, dog. But I mean,
you here. Like it makes sense.
But since I done started really pressing my own brand for real, it really didn't slow down. Cause I think when I started, like, when I did them Lions hoodies and they took off, I think that's when it was like, oh, okay, you serious? You know?
It should go through everything with your daddy name or likeness on it should go through you. Somebody at least needs to have a conversation.
Yeah, they be tapping in now, even if they don't, somebody is saying it to me. But I mean, a lot of times, and I ain't trying to discredit nobody, a lot of stuff don't even be worth just saying nothing. Just go ahead, man. I ain't even about to argue.
I ain't even about to argue. I ain't got nothing to say about do you.
Man, go and get your couple dollars, dog. I ain't no hater. But unless they really trying to go overboard with it, I really don't be caring for real.
Your stuff is sweet though, top tier. You doing right by him.
Yeah, I pride on doing good quality stuff. It's like a good thing and a bad thing. Cause like I'm so big on quality. Like I refuse to put anything into the atmosphere without overthinking it. You know what I'm saying? Or put my whole heart into
We can have a whole other episode of the show about this. Yeah. I've recorded whole episodes that have never seen the light of day because I don't think they good.
My man who came with me, he be on my head about music, like, cause that's what he like, man, you need to put this out. I'm like, bro, I don't like it. But no, it's just I'm just big on quality because I know like I gotta represent me and a whole another person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah. Speaking of music, you said when you graduated high school, you went all in on rap. Do you regret that decision at all? Would you ever go back to school?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't go back to college. I definitely would strategize my process more. Like I had a whole plan where I ain't gonna say I don't know because I saw it happen to other people. I thought I was gonna graduate high school, make a hit or drop an album, that boy was gonna blow up. I was gonna be rich, and it happened like that.
It happened like that.
So I mean, I think I would have just took a step back and focused on myself rather than Lil Blade.
Okay.
But
ooh, that's so powerful.
But granted, it made me the person I am today, and it taught me a lot of lessons, and actually it helped me build a lot of relationships I have today. And so, I mean, it's a part of life though. It's part of my story, so I ain't mad about it.
Hindsight is 2020. Like if the opportunity presented itself, we will all do something different or whatever. But like you said,
because you don't jump out there, you ain't gonna never know.
Mistakes is the biggest teachers. Like you won't learn if you don't fall.
Yeah,
like that's how
sure.
I feel.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so listen, you don't wear earrings, you don't got no tattoos. How do you think your like image plays into like your career?
I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, like I used to think that you needed to have all that, the jewelry and the, well, not tattoos. I never wanted tattoos, but
Why
like
not?
I always knew one day I was gonna have to do something, and tattoos was gonna be a problem.
That's so crazy how acting came later, but low key, like the way you are thinking, like acting damn near smacked you in the face. Like I wouldn't even thought of nothing
Well, it's
like
crazy.
that.
I was acting before I started making music.
See what?
No, I ain't know. Well, a couple people know it. You remember the app Vine?
Yeah,
I was famous on there when I was like in 8th grade.
you was Vine
I'm
famous.
like for ask Nick, he'll tell you.
That's crazy. I had another Vine famous person on here. Demetrius Harmon was a guest on my show before.
That's
Yeah,
when I met him years ago, connecting through that. I
from
know.
Vine.
Yeah, me, that's my dog. But yeah, I was in 8th grade. I think I stopped when I turned like 16. That's when I started making music. But
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I was doing like skits and stuff.
You said the acting should have been full throttle.
Yeah, but you know, it's part of life though.
You are a spiritual person from what I've seen. Like, how do you feel about manifestation?
I feel like it's crazy because I'm not big on it, but I've seen it happen. Like stuff don't hit me until I be doing it. I'm like, dang, I was just talking about this.
The reason why I asked is because I saw in a 2018 interview you did with Lando Bando, shout out to the Hip Hop Lab. You said you wanted to go in a new direction with your music. You did. You said you wanted to work with Payroll and Peasy, and Helluva told you like it was not gonna happen, and you got both of them on one song and have worked with them multiple times since then.
I did do that.
So it's just like
it just be yeah. Somebody else playing somebody. I did a song. I think it was called For My Fans, and at the end of it, I said, yeah, y'all ain't even gonna see me no more unless it's on the red carpet or on TV. And then, like a year later, I got booked on BMF, and I was on TV.
And on the red carpet. That's crazy. So that's why I mean, like,
it just be kind of happening. I really don't do it on purpose, but now that like I be listening to like getting more in tune with the word and you know just and motivational speaking, and so it's just good to speak positivity out there, and
absolutely.
You know, and it'll happen. You know, nobody want to be negative. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I love about you. Like in that same Hip Hop Lab interview, literally when you opened it, you was like, "I'm here. Like people are like I understand what I've been through, and there's people in much worse situations. I'm just grateful to be alive." And I'm just like, "Dang."
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, everybody had their moments where they be like, ugh. But then you'll hear what somebody else going through, and they be like, you know what? I'm okay.
I'm okay.
You know.
Speaking of being okay, like I just want to know, like, are you single?
I'm happy.
You happy?
Yeah.
I love that. What do you like? Is your girlfriend or your woman or the person you with? They from Detroit?
I'm at peace.
You at peace? You're not gonna answer?
It's like nah. I mean, I don't think I could be with no woman that ain't from well, per se, Michigan.
I love that. When I'm telling you, like, I feel the same way about Detroit, man. I was like, I don't think my husband is anywhere else but Detroit. I can't.
Yeah, I don't think I could be with nobody. Well, seriously, be with somebody else.
Seriously,
that
you
ain't
said
from
y'all
nowhere.
can be here for play. You funny.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
What do you love the most about Detroit women?
I don't know, cause it's like some stuff I don't like, some stuff I do like.
What don't you like?
I feel like I just gotta like you as a person. Like I don't care about like all the extra stuff. Like I'm at a point like nah, I just like a normal down to earth girl. Like, and she likes me for me, and I ain't worried about all the extra stuff I got going on and what niggas got going on in the streets and how much money this nigga got and what this girl got.
Girls
going
be
on
keeping up
and
with stuff like that.
Man, listen, bro.
I stay out of people's business. That's crazy. They were like, yeah, he making this. You tell, not even that. You know this, and you telling your man crazy.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's just. I just like a normal down to earth girl. I mean, of course you gotta be pretty, but
a nice young lady.
Yeah, you know, you somebody I can take to my mother and she's like, okay, and somebody that can bring better out of me.
Hey, I feel like that's the most important piece.
Because I feel like one thing about me is I'm gonna do my best to add to you. Because I feel like I got so much intelligence. You could, like I be saying, a man could give a woman all the money in the world, but when you give her some knowledge or have something that's stuck in her head for the rest of her life, that's priceless. You know what I'm saying? So I would like somebody who could install something in me that's gonna be sticking around for the rest of my life.
I always say a woman will love a trick. She won't respect him though. Like a man who
Oh,
give
no.
you a bunch of money, like you might like him, you might love him, but you ain't never gonna respect him.
Yeah, once you get to a woman and you really like get to that mind and really change their mindset and have them looking at life differently, then you won. You know what I'm saying?
I love that you always talk about like mindset and like how to put things in the like air to attract that energy. You even mentioned that you wanted to change like the sound of your music. I feel like I recognized the change like around 2020. I had went back and listened to a lot of your stuff. It went from like kind of the stuff that everybody wanted to hear to kind of more so like that playeristic type rap. What made you create that pivot?
Just growing up and getting re in tune with myself, because a lot of time I would listen to my music and be like, this don't even sound like me. Or not even gonna sound like me, it sounds like a side of me. It ain't who I walk in the door and that's who you see. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to a point to where, of course I was growing up, like I'm still kind of young, so just finding myself and just finding out what I want to put into the world. Like, okay, say something happened to me today, God forbid, but I want them to hear what I did and see what I put out and just think of me, not the side of me. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Yeah.
Are there any, like I said, you talked about like wanting to work with Payroll, Peasy, you did that. Are there any other artists that you want to collaborate with, Detroit artists or not, that you haven't gotten a chance to?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. What type of song you gonna do with Chris Brown?
Something that's gonna have the girls crying. Oh my God.
That's what you want. Okay.
Nah, but I always liked Chris Brown though. But I don't know. I like not girl music, but I like
Music that women love.
I like the Bobby music. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. There's something the girls put
I
in the car.
I really don't listen to rap music unless it's myself.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, or Pay. I listen to Pay.
Oh, everybody listen to Pay.
Yeah.
Anybody who bought some money. But you do you like Larry June?
Yes, Larry too. Yeah, Larry too. Larry, he was like the first rapper I discovered that I'm like I could fully relate to for sure.
Yeah, your music kind of remind me of his. Like
Yeah, but it was like crazy 'cause when I started making that shift into making that type of music and then I discovered him, I'm like, dog, this is crazy.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, make what
He
you
done
want to
tapped
see.
in with me too though.
Get out of here.
I manifested that.
Wow.
I kid you not, it was one day, because I did that off the porch interview, and I was talking, like, I just discovered Larry June, that's somebody I want to work with, or tap in with, whatever. And one day, I think I had just dropped a video, and I swear I was up in the morning, I was brushing my teeth, and I had his music playing on my phone. I picked my phone up, I checked my DMs, he DM'd me, talking about this hard.
Get out of here.
I texted my man, like, dog, nigga Larry just hit me up. I swear. And then, he be tapping in now, so.
That's amazing.
Life just be crazy. It's like stuff be happening and I don't even be thinking about it because I feel like I be so focused on where I'm going, I don't take the time to think about what really be happening.
Oh, yeah.
But when I look back at it, like, dang.
That was sweet.
That was sweet. That's just like with Pay, though. Like, growing up, before I met Pay, he was, like, one of my favorite rappers. And now, like, I can call him for anything,
That's amazing. Yeah, y'all got some good songs together.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, y'all got some heat. Overall, how do you feel about the music industry?
I'm happy I'm an actor. I'm happy I'm multi-talented.
Okay, that's not your only bag.
Hey, the music industry kind of weird.
It's an
interesting
bunch.
I feel like the type of person I am, I don't really fit in with it for real. That's kind of why I don't really be around.
I think that's fascinating because you dropped 2 songs this month.
3.
3. I'm sorry, 3. You dropped 3 songs this month.
I mean, because my homeboys really convinced me to start putting out music because wholeheartedly I was about to just say forget it. Because I just really wanted feeling it. And then I was going through life too. Like, I just felt like, and then I'm thinking like I put so much into music and I ain't where I want to be with it. And then acting started taking off too. So I was just like, but I got back in it, and I'm kind of happy I did.
I'm glad you did too.
Hey.
Yeah, what you've been dropping, it sounds good.
Thank you. I just gotta keep pushing though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I owe all the music I'm about to drop to my friends because if it wasn't for them, it would
Shout
be in
out
my
to
phone.
your homies for keeping you moving. I swear, when you, like you said, life be happening and it kind of puts your career on hold, but it's them people who actually care about what you got going on that's going to change the game.
Yeah, I'm going to drop a project. I think my birthday March 25th, but it's falling like a Tuesday. So whatever Friday before that, I'm going to drop like 10 songs.
10 songs from Lil Blade. We got new music on the way.
I think it's March 21st. Yeah, I think it's March 21st.
That's the first day of spring.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's go time.
It's go time.
I'm gonna put out 3 albums this year.
Oh, and the first day of Aries season.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I just be doing stuff you don't even know.
I'm telling you, so energetically aligned.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, good. Well, yeah, March 21st, 10 songs. Be on the lookout for.
Let's go. What's the biggest difference between the film and the music industry?
Well, my personal experience, I feel like the film industry. I done ran into some weird people too, but in the film industry, I feel like it's just like more genuine and more open. I feel like with music, you gotta like just be a certain type of way and be in these crowds and can I cuss on here?
Oh yeah.
And got a dick suck.
I knew that's what you was the Detroiter in you. I knew he was about to say dick suck.
Like I ain't the type of person like I be on my own time, so I really don't even like to be around people for real. So I just feel like the music industry is a game you gotta play. Like
100%.
And talent don't even matter no more. You know what I'm saying? So in acting, talent matters, and I just love it though. But it's a big difference. It's just you gotta be in it to know the difference.
You gotta be in it to know the difference. And you've been in both.
Yes.
Who Killed Terrance Brown? It's produced by Detroit Cinema, co-produced by Payroll Giovanni. Payroll is getting in the film game.
Oh, yeah.
How did you come about being picked for this role?
Actually, so I actually wasn't about to do it. They had been reached out to me, but I thought I was gonna have to go film season 4 of BMF. But something happened to where I wasn't on season 4 no more. So once I found that out, I'm like, okay, I hit pay up. Like, yeah, y'all still got that movie role. Y'all need me in? He like, yeah. So they was having auditions for it. So I pulled up and auditioned with like 4 different people. And
the Detroit film industry is stacked. Like, it's some talent here.
Yeah, for sure. And I ended up getting a role, and it was a dope movie though.
I'm
Can't
excited.
wait for it to come out.
Yeah, do it have anything to do with the Boogaloo Brown from the Best Friends game, or is it just like, okay?
It's just like it's like a mystery, like who killed Terrance Brown? It's
I love that.
It's gonna have you thinking, for sure.
Ooh, I love a good thriller. The movie also stars rapper turned actor Ro Spit. Y'all kind of like was on the same path, did music first, and then went into acting. Is there any type of like mentorship, or do you feel like you learn anything from him while you on set?
Ro is actually probably one of the funniest people I ever met in my life. I never knew he was funny until I filmed the movie with him. But I always kick it with people I'm around, especially older cats, just soak up game. So yeah, I think that's some game from Ro.
And I'm like, even with like merch and like developing like y'all have so much in common.
Yeah, I done met Ro before, like when he had I had an event at Burn Rubber. He used to own Burn Rubber. So every time I see Ro, it be love though. So we just be kicking it for real, and I soak up game from him for sure.
When is the movie supposed to come out?
I don't have the slightest clue.
It's okay.
I believe it's supposed to come out in a couple weeks though.
Okay, good. Cause I'm like, like I said, I saw you doing press for it when I had ran into you at Payroll concert. Like you had mentioned it and stuff like that. It's online that it's supposed to come out, so I'm like, I'm excited to see it.
I think it might come out next week. Honestly,
Who knows?
Who knows?
Streaming makes stuff interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you appeared on 2 episodes of BMF alongside Lil Meech. How was that? Like, how was that experience of like being on like a big production and going along with it?
It was dope. I loved it.
And
I actually loved it because I got to see both sides of it. Because I started off, I was actually an extra in 2 episodes before that. So I had to work my way up to get an audition and get a main role.
How did you know, like, when you saw it, like, how did you know, like, it was an opening? What did it happen when you was already on set? Did somebody call you? Like, how did it happen?
Just knowing the right people.
Okay, I know that's right. We love a connected person.
I got an opportunity to get an audition, end up nailing the audition, but it was dope though. Like it was a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It opened my eyes up, and I think when that opportunity came, it meant so much to me because it was a point in my life where when it came, I actually felt like I was kind of like lost. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that whole experience and being in Atlanta for 3 months, like it just brought me back to myself for real. So
That's amazing.
I did get on TV and accomplish something, but also I accomplished something within myself too. And that's how I grew my love for acting again.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
So I gotta ask. I know you've seen a situation with 50 and Big Meech and Lil Meech.
Yeah, who hasn't?
How you feel about it?
Yeah, I really don't feel no type of way for real.
Okay.
Real. It's like the internet just weird.
The internet blows stuff out of proportion. I feel like if none of us was involved, it just would have never got this big. That's
it's like the internet always be taking stuff and running with it, but everybody got their personal problems. But I stay out of all that just to keep my peace for real. Like worrying about what Mr. Flannery got going on.
Hello, Mr. Flannery. You said this is an adult. I'm gonna address him as such. Period.
God bless everybody.
God bless everybody.
Yeah.
Speaking of BMF, you had mentioned before you turn 30, there's gonna be a Blade Icewood biopic starring you. Is that still on track?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. Man.
I feel like you setting your roots in the film industry. You can make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
I think I know what I'm doing. I hope so.
I hope so.
But yeah, that's like my dad passed when he was 28, so so before I turn 30, I definitely want to do it.
That's so powerful. I'll be excited to see it for sure. Like, for example,
how
he got his name Blade. I hope we are able to find that out in the movie.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's like as big as it can be. Like, I don't want to, not to discredit nothing that's going on here. I just want it to be like through the roof. Like you seen how they did Straight Outta Compton? Like something like that.
Okay.
So I'm laying down my foundation now to meet the right people, and once they see I'm acting, and I'm sure somebody gonna hear where I come from and be like, oh, we got 30 million for you to do this movie, you know what I'm saying? So then I play my card. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm playing my cards.
You a manifestation warrior. You playing your cards right so it can happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you could definitely make it happen. I saw that TV One did a true crime story about your dad. How did you feel about being a part of the episode and watching it?
To be honest, I didn't even really want to do it.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, that's hard.
Yeah, because they came here and they just like, I didn't even know they was here. I guess they had an assignment from their company that hey, go cover the story. So somebody called me like, hey, these people want to talk to you, and I'm like, man, like how they here doing something when they ain't even talking to nobody, like. But that was the point I had to grow up, and it's like, okay, I ain't about to go sue these people. And, they gonna do it anyway. So I might as well
be a part of it.
Make sure everything is, even though they cover some stuff I probably wouldn't have cared to hear about.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, did you learn anything new in the episode that you didn't really know about?
No.
Okay.
But just certain stuff I would not want in the public. But that's where I take myself out of my personal shoes and be like, okay, this type of stuff interests some people, just like how we would look at how Tupac died or something, you know what I'm saying, or any other crime story. I'm like, okay, this is, as sad as it is, this is their entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So I would rather me be involved in it.
Absolutely.
Than let them paint my father as like some gang member, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I jumped in to make it clear, like, it wasn't that type of party.
I think it's interesting, like I mentioned a little earlier, like you being a protector of a legacy. It's like, even though like it's not anything I want to be a part of, if I want this story told properly, y'all can't avoid going through me to make sure it's done that way. So I think like...
Yeah, because I was telling him, like, at first, I swear I told him no, like, not talking to you. She's not talking to you. Like, no, I'm shutting the whole thing down. But they like, we gonna do it anyway.
So it's just like, I may as well be a part. I be like, you ever like be on streaming and see all them like unofficial biopics and all types of stuff like that?
Yeah, and I ain't just gonna let nobody do anything. But if I got a power to shut something down, I am. But if somebody tell you like, hey, we gonna do it anyway, But once I sat down and talked to people from the team, actually TV1, and we got to kicking it, I'm like, okay, I felt a little more comfortable, and so it all ended up working out though. At the end of the day, it was good exposure for people who didn't know who my dad was to get to know him. Because, like I said, I made sure they painted the picture the right way for sure.
Do you mind if we talk about grief a little bit?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I lost my parents like when I was young. My mom died when I was 3. My dad died before I turned 18. And I feel like the understanding of like grief and death as a child is completely different from like when you're an adult.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find out about your father's murder?
I have no idea.
It's just like you like I know he died and that was it. Did like
I
what?
mean,
How did you find out? Like no, somebody killed him.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't.
No, that's okay.
I don't know. I was a kid, I mean, I can't even. I really don't know. That's actually a great question.
It's just like when you a kid, like you just grow up knowing stuff and don't know how you.
I mean, of course, growing up, I did my own research as far as why and what was going on. But as far as somebody initially telling me, like, I don't know, I was a kid, so who knows?
Who knows? Like emotionally, I know we hear like so many stories about people growing up without a dad because like the dad left or per se. But yours was like taken from you. Like you didn't have the option of like even going to find him like a lot of people do. How do you feel like that impacted, I guess, like how you forge relationships with other men? I know you mentioned like you got a lot of OGs. Was people still around you supporting you even though your dad was absent?
I mean, yeah, my dad, the main people was my dad's brothers.
Oh, how many brothers did he have?
2.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
So both my uncles really played a big part in my life for real. And that was, they damn near like was my father figures. Oh, and my granddaddy.
Oh yeah, you was good.
Before he passed away. So yeah, my uncles was there for sure. But I mainly grew up with my mom though. My mama held it down.
What type of person is your mama?
Man, I love my mama. She, me and her acted like two. No, my mama the truth though, dog. Like my mama a soldier, bro. Like I probably could never meet nobody ever like her, bro. Like
That's so sweet.
She the GOAT, dog. I didn't seen her make something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Too many times to count.
Yeah, like Superwoman.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. She was so young, though. She could have easily tossed us, well, me and my sister, our grandparents, or just went and lived her life and got another husband, or because my mom and my dad is married, got another husband or boyfriend and had a dude taking care of her. But she really like held that shit down. And that's why I tell you, I just like genuine women who ain't worried about all that, because I grew up seeing my mama just being a genuine, hardworking woman. So I ain't got no sympathy for no woman who just, man,
you said no hands
get
out
of my face. Man, but you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was the truth though, dog.
Was your mom like cautious about who she had you and your sister around? Like, was she strict a little bit? I know you mentioned she wouldn't let you go to Detroit to be a rapper, but overall.
I remember I told my mom I wanted to rap. She like, what? But no, yeah, for sure. She for sure kept us away from certain people. But I mean, certain I don't even want to say certain people, like just certain.
It's like there's an environment that I want my children to grow up in.
And I used to not understand it until I grew up, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy she did that for sure. And I got to experience stuff on my own, but then when I did, I'm like, oh, this is why. Boom, you know what I'm saying? But
you said she was right all along.
Good thing I have a good head on my shoulder, so when I go into these type of situations, I know how to deal with them. Because any other time, somebody probably would have made the wrong move. You know what I'm saying?
You say a lot in your music, you don't have to be in the streets or tough to make music or money. Do you think about the way your father passed impact your feelings about that?
I don't really think it got nothing to do with him. I think it's just, like, I just grew up seeing life for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta be like this. Because when I first started making music, I used to think I had to be this type of person or put this type of music out when people just appreciate you for your genuine self. So And, you know, a lot of these dudes, if they didn't make it rich, I might give you an example.
Give me an example.
People be knuckleheads.
Yeah.
They rap knucklehead music, get rich,
Mm-hmm.
and go hang with people who ain't knuckleheads.
Yeah.
So why not just
skip the middleman?
Hey, like you gonna listen to what these people saying and go do this dumb shit, but these people rapping and stuff, but going to hang with Uncle Sam. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, so it's somebody out there that's already got that in their mind. Like, I'm on the straight path. You know what I'm saying? So why not put that out there so they can want to stick to that instead of thinking they gotta jump in this lane to be successful.
That's literally what I was about to ask you next. Like, from an overall standpoint, do you feel like we just need to make us, because we know music is of course entertaining, but younger people like don't really care about the fact that it's entertainment. They think this is something that people are living. Do you think there just needs to be a shift in our culture of how people glorify the streets and rap?
Man, I mean, nowadays people really living that though. Like, why you think people still make it off rap and still end up going to jail and doing dumb stuff?
All the time. You're
Like,
right.
Some of these people really be on that. And, you know, I ain't against nobody making it out their circumstances or doing better for themselves in life, but a lot of these people y'all listen to is doing what they say and they giving money and power to them, and instead of it changing them, it's enhancing the bullshit that they own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just a tricky game.
It's definitely a tricky game.
That's why I really just be staying in my lane.
You said that's why I'm acting.
Yeah, I mean, acting and the music I put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like. I go out my way to do things my way and not be around certain environments. You know what I'm saying? I still think I'm doing pretty all right.
I think you're doing pretty all right too.
Oh,
you doing so all right that you are able to give back the Icewood Foundation.
Yes.
I need to learn more about it. What is its mission?
Well, I just started my foundation, but the main mission is, well, of course, empowering the youth because I got access to the kids, but I got a single mothers program.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's just like, basically, I'm a person with a lot of resources, and I may not need every one of them, but I may know somebody who do. So I would be gladly share that with you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, help raise money for families that may be in need. Because like I said, I grew up with a single mom who solely did everything herself. You know what I'm saying? I know what a little help probably could have did. You know what I'm saying? Or just even words of encouragement or just doing anything. So I plan on doing like a Mother's Day dinner or brunch for all single moms. I'm gonna raise some money and
tap me in.
Yeah, I got you. And have people come talk to them and just give out, like, have a nice dinner and if I raise enough money, give out a what they call it, a grant.
Ooh.
A grant to somebody or a donation to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Just help make somebody's life easier. Help bless somebody, you know?
I think that's amazing. As a mother, the easiest thing that can be done is just to take something off somebody's plate. Even if it's a meal I don't gotta make, I can go somewhere for a brunch or dinner. Like, that's so powerful. And I'm glad, like you said, with your foundation, you are thinking about your upbringing and how important your mother was to you, so you want to take care of other moms.
Yeah, because some moms, they might just want to, like, go have a nice dinner. They can't. They got to cook for the kids at home. They ain't got no money to go
Or don't got time, or is working a second shift.
Yeah.
Don't got time to cook.
Or don't want no man to take them out nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas be full of shit out here.
Flat out. They do. Little Blade.
They might not want to deal with that. So, you know, I want to do something to where I could bring that to you and, you know, make you feel good.
Okay, I know that's right.
Hey.
So you got a song called Big Blade, where essentially you stepping out of your father's shadow. You have grown so much, like I said, since I first started listening to your music and first started watching your interviews and saw you in movies. How does it feel coming into your own and like making your own lane? Because it's very easy to, like you said, to just step up and people expect you to continue on what your dad has done. But it's something completely different to come into your own and be this own person. So how do it feel for real?
It feels good. You know, it feels good to have a good name out here.
The most important thing on earth.
I can connect with anybody, you know. I just feel good being a good person, you know. Like, a lot of people got to go outside and look over their shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just blessed, man. And as far as being my own, it's like, one thing people don't know is they look at my dad as Blade Icewood and not the person who he was outside of that. So that's why I don't feel like, once I learned that, I don't feel like I need to be that anymore when I know the real person. You know what I'm saying?
That was so good. Have you said that before?
Never.
No, that was nice. Like, I feel like people, that was, I don't want to say a character, but like you said, that's, my dad is not Blade Icewood. Like,
I mean, he is.
he is. You said, let's get it clear.
He is, but that ain't who, when he get up, put his drawers on and socks on, who he is, you know, like he is a genuine, hearted person that everybody loves, you know, and I'm the same way, so, you know, I ain't got to walk around all arrogant and, that shit really weak as hell, honestly. But, you know, if it get like that, get like that.
It get like that.
Yeah, for sure, but I know who my dad was at heart. You know, that's why I don't feel no pressure to walk around with my chest out or nothing. And I learned, you know, that shit really don't even get you nowhere, for real, for real. Like, niggas start hating and all that. I ain't got time for that. I'd rather just be in my own little world and keep it cool.
You've done such a good job talking about how your father established his legacy when Lil Blade is gone and his family is running around. What are some things about your legacy that you want to establish, that you want to see pushed forward?
We'll start with my foundation. I want my foundation to really touch people and change people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, bigger than anything I ever thought I could imagine, you know? I just want to elevate. I feel like now I'm planting the seeds for everything I want to do. So whether it's music, acting, entrepreneurship, my foundation, or just being a successful man, period. You know, I just want it all to be elevated. That's just my goal. I just want to be a successful, good person.
You was young and you got time and you already are starting on the right foot.
I feel like I'm old.
You feel like you done did too much too soon.
I know, that's why I be in the house. But yeah, it's good though, cause it ain't nothing out here in these streets no way, though. Like,
not for real.
I'd rather, you know, take care of my business and go to the crib. You know, of course I'm gonna have a little fun, but everything I used to, I feel like I did everything everybody my age doing now. I did that when I was like 18.
Yeah, you was
19.
hanging out with older people. It's gonna look a little different.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just focused on my mission now, for sure.
I got some rapid fire questions to ask you. You ready?
I gotta answer them quick.
You don't have to answer them quick.
I'm about to say, don't put me on the
You
press.
said I'm not. You like I'm not ready. All right, I got just a bunch of questions, some rapid fire questions I want you to answer.
I'm about to try to answer them quick. Come on.
Come on, let's go. What's a food you never ate and would never try? Eat it.
Probably like chitlins.
Chitlins, yeah. I'm not a chitlin girl. Yeah, it's not for me.
Probably chitlins. I probably some straight on chitlins.
Chitlin. You ever been in jail?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite Detroit slang phrase?
Probably like me, I call everybody dog.
I call everybody dog. I'm like, Jen, be a lady. Like, why are you calling everybody dog? It's embarrassing. And I love dick sucker. I feel like dick sucker has lost its like true meaning over the year. I feel like dick sucker is oversaturated to the fact that when somebody is really a dick sucker, they don't take it seriously. Man. But I will never stop calling people dick suckers.
I'm screaming. Yeah, I call everybody dog. Or dude.
Or dude. What did you buy first? Buffs, chains, or watch?
I think, yeah, some buffs.
Black King, love that for you. Yeah. What zodiac sign do you get along with the most?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't really get into signs like
you
that.
Not? That's good.
I like who like me.
You like who like you?
I'm lying. There's a couple people that like me I don't like. But, you know, I just go off energy for real.
You just go off energy. That's good.
Yeah, I can read between somebody.
I'm pretty sure if you put all of those people who you don't like together, it'll be something similar in their chart. I'm a real witchy girl, so I'm really into that type of stuff. Have you ever cheated on somebody?
Unfortunately.
Bad person. What is the best gift someone has ever given you? Ain't nobody ever gave you shit.
My mama gave me life.
I know that's right. Shout out to your mama. She's getting all the love this episode.
My mama gave me life.
If I have a son, he don't love me like this, I have failed, honey.
Yeah, you know what? My first chain I ever had, it was a circle piece with my dad facing there. My uncle bought it for me. I was 16.
That is so
That's
sweet.
probably the best gift I ever got.
What is your most prized possession?
My dad chain, the cheddar head.
Oh,
cheddar
wow.
chain.
That needs to be in a Motown museum. I can't lie.
Yeah, that's probably my most prized possession.
That's amazing. Before we go, where can people find you on socials and donate to the foundation?
The foundation, icewoodfoundation.org, or on Instagram, Icewood Foundation. All my social media the same, Lil Blade 325. For everybody who don't know, 325 is my birthday because people ask me what that is all the time. Yeah, looking for me, type in Lil Blade or my actual name. No, don't type in my actual name. You might
You
find,
said look for Lil Boy, you gonna find something you ain't looking for.
type in Darnell Lindsay Jr. You're gonna get some information you ain't looking for.
They gonna find your viral vines from back in the day.
They can go find. That's a part of my story. I'm looking for them actually.
I need to find them. No, really, when they got rid of Vine, everything is gone.
I'm looking for them. I remember.
You think you on TikTok since you was good on Vine?
I can't really get with TikTok though. I mean, I be on there laughing, but as far as making videos, I feel like I'm out that phase in my life though.
That's
like,
fair. We all grow.
I don't like putting my phone. Like if you follow me on social media, I rarely ever post myself unless I'm promoting something. Like I don't like putting my phone up and talking to the phone and
I feel
like,
it.
I don't know.
You're not a content person. It's just like you live this in real life. We can see you in the movies.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go.
I appreciate your time so much.
I appreciate you for having me.
You are on the path to being legendary, truly just like your dad. You were such a nice, level-headed young man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Happy 313 day, y'all. I'll see you soon.
My dad's birthday, 3/14.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, it was meant to be. You was a manifestation machine.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you boss up the likes and views on this episode, okay? I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Peace.
Shake it down.